Views from the closet. Yo, shout out to Avi and Post for getting me right. Stussy Baltoros. For those that don't know, the Baltoro came out in 1990. Retro 2005. They dropped 3 pair. This safety orange color. Black and white. And my favorite. The trio. Brown. A lot of people say these boots is missing pieces that the OGs had. Well, in 2005, a lot of people never even seen the OG pair. But this brown is crazy. I switched the laces. They came with black laces in them. The black ones came with black laces too, but the 3M gave these shits more character. Now, if we going, my favorite, we going brown, then we going black, then we going orange. Nike also got 3 pair dropping very, very soon. I think December. Definitely put me down for 2 pair of those as well. Yo, the shape on these is better than the pair from 2005. Definitely. The toe cap. The insole is a little better too, because them 2005 pair definitely wasn't the most comfortable. But these is cool, run around. I'm going to be 100. Yo, I don't know what I would do with these. I haven't put the other laces in. Maybe we'll do it by the time this video is up, but these, I got something real special for these. These will definitely be done the right way. Yo, it's crazy because I looked on StockX and people, well, these sold for the most, only 2 pairs sold, and this is the least amount of pair that's on the site. So I wonder if this was the most limited pair out of the 3. Of course, I knew the black ones was definitely going to sell for low. Thought the brown ones would be selling for more, but it's more pair. I'm actually curious to wonder how many pair actually made it to the sites. Yo, it's tricky nowadays because you'll see sneakers get like a little quick special release, like for instance on the Stussy site. Then a week or 2 later, they'll drop on the sneaker app. And then you'll gradually start seeing them on other sites like weeks later. So, sometime when I get to speak to certain people that's in certain positions, they'll tell me little things and they be like, yo, it's kind of up to the store. Sometime the brand will call and be like, yo, nah, wait. Drop them here, let here drop them, and then this is the date. Sometimes it might even be the same morning. There've been times I've been in the mall and in the morning, they be like, yo, we just got the email, we can't sell them yet. On the actual release date. It's crazy. I'm sitting here looking at t-shirts. And while I'm looking, forgot all about this. This was a good Preem t-shirt. Only wore it a few times. Yo, it's crazy, right? I wouldn't wear that with these, though. I would wear this with the Olive Nines. Yo, how many of y'all wear t-shirts under your coats in the winter? Well, it all depends on where you from. But up here, definitely t-shirts under the big coat in the winter. Yo, for those that's not familiar with the Baltoros, though, 1990 Juice GQ pair that he ended up wearing at the beginning. One of the most iconic sneaker scenes in movie history. He chose the brown Baltoros to wear with the brown army jacket, suede Timberland hat. Also, Will Smith on a magazine cover. He has an OG color on. Mango laces. That's what I used to call them when I had them at 05. A lot of people don't realize those lines that's in the new ones, those 3 holes like close to the check, that's how they came on the OG pair. So 05, we just got basically what now they will call a reimagine because it didn't have the same thing as the 90 pair had. But yo, I seen when people started getting these, it's a lot of little slick talk about, yo, now everybody talking about the Baltoro, but I don't see people with pictures with them on. Yo, that's what gets tricky with this thing of ours that's now called culture and everything else. People tend to forget that receipts are also in the form of people, places, and things. What I mean by that is, if you could speak on a place during the time when something released and it's not widely talked about online or Googleable, if that's even a word, if you can't Google it, you know it's a ton of the Googlers out here. That stamps it as a receipt. So, for instance, when I talk about having those ones that Will Smith had on with the Marmot, the orange joint that I bought from Paragons, strictly to match those with the gray and orange Marmot beanie on in 127th Street off of 8th Ave, RIP Topper, upstairs in a gambler spot, and I had those on. It's people that could vouch for that spot. And if Topper was here, he could definitely vouch for it. Just people where I'm from definitely knew what time it was with that type of stuff. So, don't get caught up in the things that people say when you don't have pictures for certain things. Because it's like, yo, during a certain time, the picture thing was not happening. Yo, during those times, we took pictures if we were sending them to somebody that was doing a bid or if we was in the club celebrating whatever we were celebrating. But it was a very, very small percentage of people who had a camera and always took pictures until the social media era started taking off.